Pickleball.
Pickleball.
The our password for our guest Wi-Fi is pickle the ball.
Oh, you really shouldn't give that out over the internet.
People just standing around the Asheville Sports Club just using our Wi-Fi.
Shouldn't they be playing pickleball instead?
They should be.
Maybe it's in between matches. They're uploading their TikToks or something.
Checking the rules. Whatever you need on everything you need on the phone.
Are you a referee in a pinch?
I don't quite understand the rules, so actually I understand the rules. I don't understand scoring. It's too complicated.
No, we've heard that about you for a long time.
Got him.
Got him.
Yeah, so just prepare to...
It'll be great.
It'll be perfect.
Y'all motherfuckers don't watch us play throughout the year, to tell you the truth. I'm gonna be real with you, and I don't care if I get fined.
I got my sweet journey box with some shoes on.
That train is off the track.
Who doesn't love the bouncy castle?
Hitler.
Just prepare to... just prepare to be awash in unbeatable goodness.
Welcome, Pacers fans. You were listening to the Undebeatables, your semi-weekly Pacers podcast. Today is Sunday, April 13th, 2025, and this is episode 757. We've hit our cruising altitude of 10,000 feet. Coming from Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm your host, Joey Gafrida, the man behind the dials. This show, we're going to discuss a week of Pacers basketball with games against Denver, Washington, Cleveland, Orlando, and Cleveland again. Joining me this show are all three of our analysts, coast to coast, like buttered toast. First, from the high school home, I'm Jamison Brewer, Silver Spring, Maryland. It's the doctor, Jason Triplett.
What is up, Pacers fans? What is up, Undebeatables? Shout out to Elijah. Happy Passover, everybody. Hope you had a good Seder and are avoiding the bread this week. I, for one, am drinking rice beer, which
Is that Budweiser?
I do not recommend.
Oh, okay.
No.
Kosher for Passover, not kosher for my palate.
From Asheville, North Carolina, he's our in-house bartender mixing up the drinks in the crappy jingles. It's Johnny Two Arms, John Colson.
What is up, Pacer Nation? What is up, Undebeatables? Shout out to my favorite time of year. It's playoffs, baby.
Rejoice, Pacer Nation. It is at long last time for the NBA playoffs. And your Pacers road to the NBA Finals.
From Tacoma, Washington, out west, it's our enforcer, John Harper.
What's going on, fellas? Colson, you need to get a Joey's Lane. Giving yourself nicknames now. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Stand at Joey's Lane.
Yeah. What else is it that I do here? That's mostly what I do.
And super well, by the way.
Right. And you
Thank
also
you for
talked to the
enforcing
engineers.
last week while I was away that somebody had to do it.
I mean, it's an important job.
Sure, why not?
One of those things you don't realize how important it is until it's not there.
Exactly.
Until I got doged for a week.
Before we get into the show, we remind listeners that they can support us, the longest running Pacers podcast, by heading over to Patreon patreon.com/undebeatables. And you can support our show for as little as $1 per month. Thank you to everybody who has done that. We really appreciate the support. So, guys, we had 5 games this week. The first one was last Sunday, which was being played as we recorded. Pacers take down the Denver Nuggets 125-120 away. And guess what? The coach got fired after this. So.
Yeah.
We did that.
Yeah.
We did that. That generated some pretty good discussion in our Slack about that. And so Mike Malone out as the coach, which we can talk about. Like 4 games before the playoffs. It was, I don't know, unbelievable.
It's a weird year.
It's a weird year. And like they're a team that's going to be tough to beat going in. Who wants to play them in the playoffs? Nobody. You got Jokic out there with potentially the best season in his career, and he's had how many MVPs?
All the best years.
Yeah.
Yes. And he quietly in this one put up 41, 15, and 13.
Yeah. Second game of the week, Pacers took on the Washington Wizards. They win this one at home, 104-98. With we played with a pretty full squad on this one. There were some games later in the week we did not, but Washington made it interesting, I would say. They still came up short. I don't know if you guys saw today I think it was today. They had a game winner, a buzzer beater game winner, and they looked so happy. They were having so much fun. So, we talk about how players don't tank, and that was just a perfect example of that. These guys want to win, but they are not super deep at this point in time. Third game of the week. Pacers take on the Cleveland Cavaliers at home and win this one, 114-112. There's a good chance if Pacers could meet these Cavaliers soon in the playoffs. Big games out of Nesmith, 22 points out of him, and Halliburton, 23 for him. 15 for Jarris Walker, who we probably will need to talk about a little bit as a guy getting some quality minutes and playing pretty well. The Orlando game, Friday, April 11th. Pacers lose 115-129 at home, and they did not play the A team this game, starting Jarris Walker, Obi Toppin, Thomas Bryant, Benedict Mathurin, and TJ McConnell. Furphy got 32 minutes, if that tells you anything.
Furphy.
Furphy had a tremendous, amazing poster dunk. So you should check that out if you have not seen it.
And watch none of the rest.
Yeah, don't watch the rest of that game. But to see how excited the team was for his dunk was pretty great. And, Connie was a friend of the show. Connie was at the game, and she said it was shocking to see him move so quickly and just dunk with such ferocity over Goga Bitadze.
And it's made Sports Center, right? Number one highlight, number one dunk of the night.
Yeah. Also, so we have Goga Bitadze on these
with long hair.
Yeah. Corey Joseph, Trevelyan Queen is another. So these guys had it out for us, the 3X Pacers with an agenda, and we didn't start any of our good guys. And final game, Sunday, April 13th, Pacers take on the Cavaliers again and play it away in Rocket Arena, and in double overtime, Pacers win 126-118. It's an 8-point win in double overtime. Pacers have been down 20-ish, 20-plus in this game. Not a full starting lineup. Starting Jarris Walker, Obi Toppin, Miles Turner, Andrew Nemhard, and Neesmith. So without... Who we without?
Siakam, Halliburton.
Siakam and Halliburton.
And Mathurin was out as well.
Okay. So... not quite a full squad. But yeah, got down big early and came back and won, which is good to see. Also, I saw after the game there was a pretty cool interview with Quentin Jackson, who had almost 40 minutes in this game, 21 points. So, got to be game of the year for him, right? But JJ was Liver Eaton Johnson was interviewing him, and Pascal Siakam came up and just borrowed the microphone, and he started interviewing Quentin Jackson, and they were having a good time going back and forth. And also, Siakam was super. I just thought he was very funny because he started talking just exactly like all the sports reporters do, like. Just with all these like silly cliches, just you out there giving it your all, and you got that W. Yeah, it was pretty good. Check that out if you can too. So, Colson, I know I spoiled this for Harper.
You did. I want to put a little shine on this last game that we just watched. So Harper, you missed this, and I want to give you sort of some context. We were down 94-73 with 8 minutes remaining. Okay? At that point, Carlisle throws in the towel and puts in 3 two-way contract players, a rookie, and a center who initially joined the team on a 10-day contract. That would be Quentin Jackson, Enrique Freeman, Ray J. Dennis, Johnny Furphy, and then Tony Bradley. So this is our closing unit. Okay? And we're down
against the top team in the East.
Exactly. And we're down 21 at that point. This team scraps. I mean, Furphy's getting all the tough rebounds. I got Quentin Jackson's just knocking the ball away. They're just scrapping, and they tie it up, and it goes into overtime. The first overtime, no one can score on either team because they're like. I think Cleveland's pretty tired. We tend to have some good depth, and I think one of the better winded teams in the league. We're used to playing 94 feet and running up and down. And they also had their bench in. It was pretty ugly. So it goes into double overtime. And then Ray J. Dennis goes crazy. He scores 7 points in a row. But we came back from 27 down, which is the most... this NBA season. It's the biggest comeback in the NBA season. It's also the biggest comeback in franchise history. Wow. That unit that started with 8 minutes to go that he put in to end the season played the last 18 minutes of the game and won this on their own. Carlisle said they were inspirational. Everyone kept just saying, hang in there, we got a chance. And because of those guys, we have a 50-win season, which is something to be really proud of. I think that's just really cool. Like, he kind of was like, whatever, throw in the bench. And these guys scrapped and won this game and got us 50 wins, which is only the 10th time in franchise history and only the 7th time in NBA franchise history that we've gotten 50 wins.
Incredible.
Wow. That was our goal at the beginning of the season that we talked about. Let's get 50 wins. Let's get home court advantage, and we did both those things. I just love it.
Skin of our teeth on that.
Exactly. But I mean, it's just a delightful way to end the season with these guys, that are just hanging on, to their careers by the skin of their teeth, and they get to show themselves and scrap and get this win.
Yeah,
just
good on Coach
exciting.
for putting him out there in that situation and
leaving him in too.
Yeah,
just saying, hey,
cool,
look, we're gonna live and die with these guys. They got us back into it. So, just really fun game. I recommend watching the fourth quarter.
Our guys that you've never heard of are better than their guys you've never heard of.
That's exactly right.
That's a fact. Suck it, Cleveland.
Yeah, first 50-win season since 2014 for the Pacers, and also the first time we've had a home court advantage since 2014.
Oh my!
And I believe 2014, that was the year of the infamous GQ spread.
Yeah, we had the number one seed, and we
Whatever
fell
it was.
apart. We
Yeah.
wanted to we were rooting against our team in the playoffs.
Yeah, that was our.
But we look good though.
It took us 7 games to beat the 8-seeded Hawks, and in the
Yeah.
last minute of the game.
Peril Antich ended Roy Hibbert's career.
That's right.
God.
Yeah.
And we all got together and watched that. Oh God, that Miami series that was not even close. What a disaster.
No, it was a mess. It was an absolute mess. But yeah, great week of basketball even outside of that super fun game, which now I realize I'm going to have to go back and watch.
Yeah, watch the fourth quarter and the 2 overtimes. It's just really cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll start it off with that Denver game. That was an incredible finish. Pacers just trading blows with one of the best clutch teams in the league. And, outside of Steph Curry, I think Jokic is probably the most, terrifying dude to go against with, less than 5 minutes and within a 5
Or
point.
really any amount of
feel
minutes.
like you're going to lose.
Yeah. I just.
Pick a minute.
He can do anything.
But got good shots from guys, big shots, big defensive plays, and then actually kind of got lucky. So Denver was going to have the last shot, a chance to win the game, and ran a screen, and somehow Jokic was trying to pass the ball back out to the top, but got bumped at the last second, so ended up throwing it into the backcourt, and so then the Pacers could ice it, and yeah, that was huge. And going along with that win against the Cleveland team that was unconscious from 3-point range, really secured home court advantage. I mean, because we haven't been talking about it a lot, but the Bucks, who we're going to play in the first round, have been on fire lately. They closed the season on an 8-game win streak, so any little slip-ups could have easily cost us the 4th position, right? And then they played the Wizards, and my anecdote is that I was out to dinner with a friend, and then went to catch the second half of the game. I went to a bar with 1 million TVs, not a single one of them showing the Wizards game in Washington, D.C. Well, it was in Silver Spring, but essentially
Same
D.C.
thing, yeah.
We're showing, there was a college baseball game on. The Knicks were playing. There was hockey. I'm like, can we get the Wizards game on? And the guy's like,
Squash? Why is there squash up there?
That's basketball? Basketball? I'm like, yeah, basketball. He's like, okay, sure, man. That's what you want.
You're making a terrible decision.
Yeah. And got to watch them come, tuned in. It was tied at halftime, and the Pacers promptly fell behind, but then clawed their way back and got that win, which I thought was a nice win. And that Wizards team had, certainly this game circled on the calendar after we hung 162 on them
Right.
2 weeks ago or whatever. So.
Well, and you called it a professional basketball win. Because we were just letting them hang around way too long.
Oh, yeah.
And they were hot and they were confident.
Champagne was just feeding us our lunch all day. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, and I mean, we couldn't hit the broadside of the barn.
No.
We ended up shooting 25% from 3-point range, but I think at some point we were 4 of 25 or something like that. Something ridiculous. Shoot 38% overall. But took care of the basketball, only 7 turnovers, held our own on the glass, and got to the free throw line 1 billion times, and just grinded out a win. Pascal Siakam making some effort plays, and Turner hitting a big 3.
Oh, yeah. That was
as
huge.
he's done all season.
Big down the
5 big blocks, too. I feel like 2
Yeah.
of them were down in the stretch when we were trying to come back.
Yeah. And Tyrese was he only ended up with 6 assists, but he was creating amazing looks for guys. They just weren't going in. So, but yeah, I thought it was great that they just stuck that out and won that game. So yeah, 50.
50!
Diddy.
We get a jingle for this?
50 wins.
I think we do have a jingle for 50.
Get sick with it and do the split with it. They gotta drop and give me 50. Drop and give me 50. Drop and give me 50. Drop and give me 50.
I turned 50. So come on, world. Bring it on.
50. At the risk of being crude, there must be 50 ways to leave your lover.
Cause you got 50 choices, 50 chances.
We lost the 50-50 blues tonight.
50 Cent, the rapper, ordered a grapefruit soda. The waiter brings him a grapefruit soda. And then 50 Cent said the greatest thing anyone could ever say when they see a grapefruit soda. He looks at the waiter and he goes, "Why isn't this purple?"
50.
Nice.
We also have a jingle for playoffs.
Yeah, I think I have the playoff jingle. You might have to send me the 50-win jingle. I don't know where that is.
No, I did a 50 thing for our 50th episode. I don't know if it's...
Okay. How long? Is it like a 10-minute jingle? Yeah.
That may have been lost to time.
Yeah.
But yeah, we thought that was the last episode we were doing. We were pulling out all the jingles.
So looking forward here, we've got some rested, our superstars. Well, I guess Halliburton's not a superstar anymore. He's not even an all-star. He's just a guy. He's just a player.
Just a regular star.
He's just a guy, right? Like but he's rested. Siakam didn't play much.
Yeah, he only played one game this week, which is great. He was the one who looked the most tired. Exactly.
Yeah. And I mean,
he did look pretty.
Honestly,
gassed.
Nembhard was looking a little tired too. He probably used some time off, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, he didn't have
We've
to play
got
the
some-
second half of the game tonight. So.
Well, and nobody really played the first half, so.
When I think the only reason he played today was to get to the 65 game mark. So he was,
Okay.
Award eligible.
Okay. That makes sense.
So we've got some time off, and the play-in games are going to be happening here very soon, and then Pacers get into the playoffs. So it's
Indeed.
official now. We're playing the Buckaroos.
Woohoo!
Predictions?
Oh, yeah. I mean, sweep.
Bold, okay.
No, I mean, I like our matchup with the Bucks. We've shown well against them, oftentimes with injury. We've usually only gotten partial Giannis. But we've shown we can hang with these guys, and we got home court. I'm feeling good. Actually, I did some interesting... I was looking over some stuff. We either get to the first round or the Eastern Conference Finals. We're never in the semifinals. We've only been to the semifinals twice. One was the year of the Brawl, and the other was the first year under second year under Vogel on our way ascending to those Eastern Conference teams. So my theory is we're either going to lose this or get to the Eastern Conference Finals. So those are only two options, really.
Interesting. Now, I do know that partial Giannis is a treatable disease, so I like our chances here.
Okay.
But we're not dominant against anyone. I mean,
Right.
They're playing pretty good ball. No Lillard, most likely, as far as we know. But I don't see us sweeping anybody the way that we're playing. We're just going to win enough games to do it. So I got us in 6.
Yeah, I'm a little bit apprehensive about this matchup. I mean, Giannis is, missed basically both of the last two postseasons, and I think is super hungry. He's been playing at a MVP level, I think, all year. We lost to this team 3 out of the 4 times we played them this year. The only game that we beat them was Halliburton had to hit a fading out of bounds 4-point play with 3 seconds left.
That was pretty fun.
They made some moves at the deadline. They will be missing Lillard, but I think that the addition of actually the guy that I'm weirdly most kind of afraid of is Kevin Porter Jr., who gives them a dimension that they haven't had, or that they didn't have certainly in the series last year against us. And they just got a well-rested Bobby Portis Jr. back, who was out for 25 games for a PED suspension. So not only was he taking PEDs, but he got a 25-game break. So that's a kick in the pants. But this team is good. I mean, I'm kind of less afraid of them without Middleton, because Middleton can just win games on his own, but Giannis can do that too. And I think that it's going to take a good coaching job to get this team ready to go in the way that they need to be ready to go every game. Obviously, they have the seasoning from last year, so I don't think they'll get punched in the mouth the way that they did last time. But you worry about a little bit of overconfidence, maybe. And it's got to be Tyrese. I think I just read the stat before we started that the Pacers are 25-3 when Tyrese scores 20 points or more in a game. So him staying aggressive, the defense doing adequately, staying competitive on the boards, I think is going to be key. So I don't know. I'm apprehensive, so I'll take us in 7. I think we need that home court advantage.
Yeah,
we get a magical moment in the field house.
Well, don't they have Kyle Kuzma too? Who
they do have. Kuzma.
That guy can score 30 on you if you don't guard him, right. and if you're posting up Nesmith on Antetokounmpo, which you're probably just going to have to do, right? Unless you think Siakam can. Well, unless you want to make Siakam play extended minutes against that giant freak of nature, which you probably don't. Then you're going to have to throw somebody else at Kuzma. And so is that Matherin? Nembhard's just too small to guard that guy. So somebody's going to have to step up because that guy can pour it in. He may be a sieve defensively, but they're going to put up some points against us. So it's nothing easy about this series.
No. And I feel like stupid Brook Lopez always hits 3 or 4 threes against us every game.
Yeah.
He'll get some dumb rebounds that you don't expect him to get to keep some possessions alive.
Rebounding is going to be essential in this series for us. We're going to lose, but we can't lose by 20.
Right.
We got to lose by 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And we got to take care of the rock. If we don't do those 2 things, then we're going to lose.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I think as far as, Giannis is just an impossible matchup, so I don't think anybody has somebody to throw at him the entire time, so it's going to be, throw a little zone at him, sure. Throw some Siakam, put Turner on him for some minutes, let Nesmith tends to play him decently well, but obviously undersized.
You just got to make the guy work.
We've thrown Matherin on him in the past, just for shits and giggles.
Yeah. The key is just to make the guy work. The guy's going to score his points. He is. But you got to throw him different looks. You got to make sure that he's thinking and hope that he's half a beat behind and makes some unforced turnovers, or force a couple that you wouldn't otherwise have, right? You just got to make the guy work hard because he works hard.
And I think playing Pacers basketball, just running, keeping up the pace. Yeah. In that series last year, in games when we could run, they don't want to run.
They want to play half court.
They have no desire to run.
Defense,
so, yeah. If we can run, make some threes, then we'll be fine. Yeah, get that home court, get that home crowd behind them.
I'm telling you, get a couple Obi dunks early, maybe a couple Turner blocks.
Why didn't you say Furphy dunks? Because he won't be on the floor.
I don't see him getting a lot of minutes in this series, but people do love the Furphy. And I gotta say, watching this game, just ripping down some tough rebounds that I feel like some of the other guys on our team would not have gotten. He also just was flying around without
abandon.
Yeah, thank you. A lot of his shots were way too hard. He was real amped up. But
Joey, do you have a prediction for this series? You got us in 3, right?
So 3.5. Pacers are going to take just a massive lead into halftime on Game 4, and the Bucks are going to say, "You got this.
We're done here.
We concede, and well played."
Okay, I like it.
What's the over/under on fans that get a ball thrown at their head?
It's much lower this year for sure. No Bev.
0.5?
Yeah, no
Okay,
Bev.
back down to
Yeah,
0.5.
but they still got a Portis, so who knows?
I think Jarrett in our Slack had made some memes for the Mike Malone firing, and Pat Bev was on there. He's
Mo.
another one that, as the Pacers took him out of the series last year, he didn't ever play in the NBA again. So he's playing in Israel right now, or he was. Actually, he was playing in Israel, and then his team dropped him after the season ended. Take from that what you will.
End in careers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a 4 is your prediction. Okay.
Like,
Or 3.5.
I'll round up to 4.
I put you up to 5 just so because Colson already took a sweep. So
I don't think I'm actually taking a sweep.
Nope, too late.
Okay,
sure.
Colson, if you want to be bold, take the sweep and that Doc Rivers gets fired.
Oh, he will.
I mean, yeah, no, I was gonna say if you got one, you got the other.
Yeah.
Might as
Let's
well
do
double
that.
down. Yeah,
Okay,
I like it.
Sweep and the axe.
And the way that the NBA is going this year, he may get fired before the series is
Yeah,
over.
he's for sure. Mike
They drop
Malone
Game
may be
3
the
and-
coach.
Mike Malone.
Bring Mike Malone in. he's got some plays drawn up for Giannis on the back of a cocktail napkin.
The man has rings.
It's true. So, do we have any predictions for these play-in games? Does anybody have thoughts?
Sure.
What are the matchups here? Atlanta playing Orlando, Memphis Golden State, and that's on Tuesday. Wednesday, Miami Chicago, and Dallas Sacramento.
It's hilarious to me that Dallas is even a part of this. So
Yeah,
they're not going to win anything.
Yeah.
No.
So can I say, does anybody want to take Dallas for a win? It'd be hilarious.
Is what's his head healthy?
AD?
AD?
He
played fairly recently.
I mean, is AD ever healthy?
Fair
He
enough.
was when he went all beast mode on us in the NBA Cup final. He scored like 40-some points and 30 rebounds and 20 steals.
All right, fine, Joey. He's really good. I get it.
when he's healthy.
Yeah, but I'm not sure that he's in NBA shape right now. But that doesn't mean he can't throw together a game against somebody. That's 100% true.
Yeah, and isn't there some weird record of Sabonis versus Anthony Davis or something like that? Is Sabonis
yeah,
undefeated against him or something?
I think that's right. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'll take the Kangs in a rally. The upset that I will pick, though, if you want to call it an upset, is I think the Hawks are going to beat the Magic.
Ooh,
I like that.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I dislike both of those teams quite a bit.
I just think the Magic have problems scoring, and Atlanta will score.
Yeah, but Yeah, Paolo's real good.
Truth. He's real good.
And he's, rested most of the season.
True.
I'm sure that he wouldn't call it rest while he was rehabbing, but
Yeah, I mean, I would certainly take Orlando in that one. I will take Miami over Chicago. I just have no faith in anything Chicago, of course, at any time.
Oh, I'm all in on Chicago. I think they're getting it done.
Yeah, I'll take Spoelstra over Donovan any day of the week.
Yeah, that's fair. You make an excellent point. But Chicago's been playing well lately. And Miami's been going the opposite direction, so I'm gonna go with Chicago. And then the same thing with the Warriors over the Memphis. Memphis has been going the wrong direction for a long time.
No, so. It's go time. Draymond has been all of a sudden playing really good basketball, and they have Stephen Curry. So you'd be surprised to not see the Warriors get out of that one.
Yeah, that would be a big shock. So that would be Warriors Rockets in the first round. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, that'll be a good one.
Yeah. And then Kings OKC. I don't know that that'll be a good one.
It will be a series of basketball.
There will be 4 games played.
Maybe 5.
Ooh. Joey, are you rooting for Miami or Chicago? It's tough to root for either one of those damn teams, isn't it?
I'm not rooting for them. I guess I will make a prediction. I think Miami's will take this matchup. They got Spoelstra. He's not going to let them lose against the friggin' Bulls.
I'll take the Bulls. I'll go.
I've got the Bulls too.
So you're on.
Yeah. I think we should have some sort of bet. We should between.
I'll be over there with you.
It's be the Bulls team
I feel like
versus.
Once they got rid of Zach LaVine, they were like, "Oh, freedom!
Yeah,
we can all touch the ball again."
All right.
Freedom. Oh.
The Bulls. So, I think that gets us to a good place to take a break here. We're gonna be back with you on Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys interested in coming back for another show?
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear.
More playoff talk. We got some
more
Undebeatables awards.
Oh yeah, we got the Undebeatables awards. Which, fans, if you're not on the edge of your seat for this one, then you're doing it wrong.
Then you probably fell off on the floor.
Yeah.
What is your favorite quote, Colson? If you don't love
this
basketball,
game,
this game, then
you don't love yourself.
That's right.
It is a fun time of year just to watch. This is the playing games add a little wrinkle to what it used to be, but regardless, once the playoffs proper start, and the playing games to some extent too, you can just leave on amazing high level basketball, basically playing starting from 7 p.m. Eastern until 12:30 or so every night of the week for a couple weeks. It's fun. And there will certainly be some memorable moments. Last year, of course, Pacers had a really nice run, and we want to do what we can this year. I think we're not going to sneak up on anybody this time, but the team is rested, playing good ball, and ready to rock. So until next show, you can find us on Twitter. We are at Undebeatables. We're on Facebook.com/TheUndebeatables. Our website is TheUndebeatables.com. There's a contact form there. You can use that to send us a message. And email, shout out at TheUndebeatables.com and the website /store for merch.
For the architect, Donnie Walsh, and our once and always Hall of Fame coach, Bobby Sicklandard. Turn Turn out the lights. The party's over. Playoffs, baby.
Nailed it.
Maybe the playoff jingle.
Disturbingly
now.
confident for me, Colton.
No, you're right. I mean, I wasn't really gonna pick a sweep, but now I'm already down for it. Maybe in the second show I'll be more reasonable.
Well,
maybe.
I think some of the questions I had about this team is whether they can win a close game. Have been, we've totally won every close game over the last month.
Sure.
But can we dominate any game ever? Like, you need to be able to just go out and like murder a game at some point.
It'd be nice to blow a team out, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I guess what I'm saying is there was some sense last year where I felt like we could outscore anybody and we were really good at being front runners, but we didn't necessarily deal with being behind, and I feel like we've solved some of those problems. So I don't know.
Now we have different problems.
That's right. I'm just real excited. I like these guys.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun postseason.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, hey, one more thing. I think I sent this. I think I sent this to Colson. But Jason? You may be able to go to this if you want to. But we talk about how Kermit the Frog is delivering the University of Maryland's 2025 commencement.
No,
we didn't.
Pretty
but I
good.
knew about that because I was trying to. We were thinking about having our niece go to the University of Maryland.
Okay,
that was definitely part of the pitch.
Sorry, but Kermit the Frog.
May 21st, Kermit the Frog will be there to give the commencement. So
That's awesome.
I'm excited to see that.
Yeah. We may still be playing basketball then.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yep.
Do you have to be at a game and watch Kermit on your phone, or be at, with Kermit and watch the game on the phone?
Good question.
I feel like it's the chicken or the egg question, but I don't know. Maybe not.
Ignore Kermit at your own risk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what was that Muppet that we saw that was like the pre-Kermit thing?
Yeah,
Colson, at
it was amazing.
American History Museum. That was like, it was like a part of a Punch and Judy-esque type show.
I thought it was a tadpole.
Berate.
It's a little bit, just like a little bitty green head with big eyes.
Yeah,
it was great.
So that was like a precursor?
Yeah, it was Kermit before Kermit. It wasn't even called Kermit. He was called something else.
No.
Yeah.
Like Kormit or something?
Kormit the Toad? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I like it. We just got to tweak it.
Almost there. Almost
there.
Did I tell you that they've started calling me Johnny Two Arms?
No.
Did I tell the story about the homeless guy with one arm that came in and threatened me? And, he's like, I don't know, in his 60s or 70s. I don't know. He's probably a vet. And he was real drunk and belligerent. And
Wait.
And he
how
was,
many arms does this guy have?
What's that?
How many arms?
He's only got one arm. We call him Stumpy.
Okay.
and
Okay.
he was, and so I was, I kicked him out, and he was challenging me to a fight, and I was proud of myself for not fighting the man, even though he's like 20 or 30 years my elder, was drunk, and only had one arm. Should I really be proud of myself? I don't know. But they were like, yeah, you probably could have taken him since you had two arms. So they started calling me Johnny Two Arms.
Put this on the list.
It's not the worst name I've ever heard.
It's not bad. Because I didn't beat up a guy with one arm.
Yeah, they call me Johnny Three Arms. Don't ask him.
Ooh.
That's what she said. Glad I'm editing. Okay.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah.